toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. And when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get first crack at it here. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups. High-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like,
there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Back to pass, it's Lockett. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
now you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Hauls it in. Quick step and go. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Horned Frogs are on the move. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on.
Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the tailback. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Wide open downfield. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Lockett. Moves away as he feels pressure. Breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end. With these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And as he throws, fires to the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Horned Frogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll try to power it in. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick strike complete. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to pass. It's Lockett. Working that left side now. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the second. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage, they've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Got his man. All by himself down the middle. He's at the touchdown, South Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
Turning it on. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Lockett. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
It's on target and complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Looking for a man. It's Lockett. He makes a grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll sneak it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gonna run it. It's Bridges. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Finds his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Horned Frogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Ingram. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks are on the move. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the first down, and it's a fourth down decision time coming. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like...
Unleashes one deep. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Dead center perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys.
Oh, he's got some space. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, better look out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Give to the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fat.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Makes the grab down the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this.
There he goes. He's inside the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Clinton. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt to try. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Shoots his way for more. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Fuentes. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. And the Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Powers through the defender. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Still running at the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll go to the ground. Got the 1st down, looking for more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.